Hey there, Financial Futures family. Big news has just come out, and it's going to bring a lot of hope and relief to millions of Americans. The 47th president has sparked new conversations about the possibility of $3,000 direct deposits being distributed to Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA recipients. If you or someone you know falls into one of these categories, you're going to want to stay tuned for the details, as this news could mean critical financial support just when it's needed most. Trump's economic relief actions. Now, let's take a moment to rewind to Trump's first term. His administration was a pivotal part of how the government responded to the COVID-19 pandemic. We all remember how quickly the pandemic hit and how quickly economic relief became a lifeline. During that time, President Trump approved stimulus payments to support struggling Americans. These checks were more than just a quick financial fix. They became a symbol of stability and government action when everything else seemed uncertain. The first round of stimulus checks in 2020 came under the CARES Act, providing $1,200 for eligible individuals, and an additional $500 per dependent child. Then, there was a second round, which gave $600 per person. These payments were critical. They helped families pay rent, buy food, and cover utilities. But most importantly, they were a sign that the government cared and was taking steps to support its citizens. It wasn't just about money, it was about hope. Fast forward to today, and the situation is still challenging for many. Inflation has made everyday expenses, groceries, rent, healthcare skyrocket. Although some economic indicators suggest recovery, millions of Americans are still struggling to make ends meet. The current economic landscape is a lot more complicated than it looks on paper, and that's where the possibility of another round of stimulus checks comes in. The pandemic's impact didn't end overnight. While some metrics like unemployment and GDP growth are looking better, rising housing costs, food prices, and healthcare expenses are still squeezing household budgets, leaving families feeling uncertain. That's why the prospect of a new round of payments, potentially as high as $3,000, has gained so much attention. It's not just about money, it's about relief. However, this possibility isn't without its complications. The key hurdle? Congress. Even if President Trump is in office again, he doesn't have the power to issue direct payments alone. It requires congressional approval and bipartisan legislation, something that is far from guaranteed, especially in today's divided political climate. The question remains, can both parties agree on a plan to deliver this relief? Another major factor at play is the potential for inflationary pressures. The first stimulus payments, while necessary at the time, contributed to inflation, which has made life more expensive for many. Today, lawmakers are carefully considering whether another round of payments might trigger another rise in inflation, something that the country can ill afford right now. While federal payments might be up in the air, many states have already stepped in with their own initiatives. States like California have rolled out inflation relief checks, while Alaska has distributed payments from its permanent fund dividend program. These efforts at the state level are helping residents manage the high costs of living and cover essential expenses. President Trump's economic agenda for a potential second term is still evolving. While some of his proposals, like eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits, would certainly provide relief, they face major legislative obstacles. Tax cuts and business-friendly policies are part of his strategy, but those may not provide the immediate relief that many Americans are hoping for. For the millions of Americans who are struggling financially, it's important to stay informed about the resources available, whether at the federal, state, or local level. Relief programs for housing, food, utilities, and healthcare are still in place, and making use of these can help families stretch their budgets. Moreover, being proactive in financial planning and budgeting is key during these uncertain times. In conclusion, while the prospect of another round of stimulus checks may seem unlikely at the federal level, state-level programs and targeted assistance will continue to play a crucial role in helping struggling families. As we move forward, It's important to continue advocating for thoughtful economic relief measures that address the pressing needs of Americans. Thank you for tuning in to Financial Futures. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to help spread the word about these crucial updates. Let's continue to stay informed and navigate these challenges together. Until next time, stay resilient and keep planning for a brighter future.